These are going to be the things that I recommend that you pack for basic training. All right, first thing is going to be a cell phone with service for making calls. You're going to need service on that cell phone. I've seen a lot of people show up, they cancel the service because, I'm going to be in basic for the next 10 weeks. You still get to use the phone. You're going to get it at least once every phase up, and then some places like Fort Jackson, you're going to be able to use it for several hours in each phase. So it'll be a few times. But it's all going to come down to the unit you go to and what their policies are. Figure that out when you get there. I would also recommend a portable charger for it. So there's only a few outlets you can use on the outside to charge your phone while you're talking. It's better to be prepared. Have that portable charger. You can just go right on out there, use it, talk on the phone, and then charge it later, whatever the case may be. Also, have your addresses already written down. They're not going to let you just go on your phone like, hey, I don't know who I'm mailing. Can I go to my phone? No, you're not going to go to your phone. Once it's packed up, that's it. You get it at authorized times, and that's all. So go ahead and have the addresses written down so you can send mail out to family. There is a service I'm going to go over with y'all in another video as far as mail goes that makes it way more easier. All right, another thing, you're going to want envelopes, you're going to want paper to write on, and you're also going to want stamps. You need stamps to go on the envelopes and paper to write the letters for it to go together and then mail on to the person you need to go to. It's not as necessary anymore because you do get phone calls a lot more than what they used to, but it's better to be prepared in case you don't get the chance to call, and you can always write home and get letters sent back and forth. Ziploc bags of different sizes. You're going to want at least the gallon ones and the quart size ones. This is going to help for storage and stuff. Let's say you go to the field, you got some stuff you don't want to get wet, put it in that bag. It's going to keep it waterproof for you. All right. Clothes, you can roll them up, stick them in there. All right, pens. Black pens are the only things you're going to be able to use. Also a notebook to take notes because you're going to be taking a lot of notes during this training, and at the end you're going to be tested on it. This is going to help you remember what you're doing and stay ahead of the curve. All right, you're going to want Sharpies to write your name on your clothing. Don't do it right on the clothing because then it'll bleed through and you'll see it on the other side. Do it on the tags on the inside because people like to get sticky fingers and steal things so that you know which pairs are yours. Baby wipes. Baby wipes are going to help for when you're in the field. You clean yourself with them when there's no shower. Face mask, but you'll be issued new ones once you get there. Watch, basic black, nothing flashy, fancy, nothing. You're not going to be able to use smartwatches, just something to get the job done. Has a little light you can turn on at night so you can see the display. Photos to hang up in your locker. If you want to bring a couple photos with you, you are allowed to put them up in your locker. That'll be like your motivation, you know, something to look at and be like, dang, I'm doing it for them. Or I'm doing it for this reason, that reason. Body Glide. That's the last thing I'm going to recommend. Body Glide. It's this stuff, comes in a stick made by Gold Bond. You rub it on your thighs on the inside, and that's going to allow you to stop chafing when you're doing these ruck marches. It helps a lot.
Going to basic training soon. Rank on chest. U.S. Army on your heart. Name tape. You are always right. Unit patch on your left arm. Flag and deployment patch on the salute arm.
Alright, basic training tips and tricks part 2. Bring a journal. You're going to go through some crazy shit that you'll never remember, so write it down. Write down what happens every single day as much as you can. Bring stamps, letters, everything you can. About 6 to 8 weeks in, you'll be able to get a restock of all the hygiene equipment you don't get at reception. If you join the military, you probably know what reception is by now. It's literally worse than basic training. I'm sure you heard this before. Don't stand out. But at the same time, volunteer for things. Drill sergeants will take notice of you, and on top of that, later in your military career, NCOs, leadership, and everyone above takes notes of all the people that volunteer for shit. If you haven't played sports before, start working out right now. Hex bar deadlift. Start running 1 to 3 miles every other day at least. I ran track my senior year. Only ran hurdles years before. Ran the 400 and the 800. I made states. Got me in great shape for basic training. Finished the old PT test with an 11:48 2-mile run. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. It'll motivate you every single day.
So I graduated basic training on the 28th of October, 2021. So I just wanted to give you some tips from somebody who isn't super athletic, who isn't super good at running, and I just think these might help. Tip number 1 is to make sure you don't take everything personally. Your drill sergeants will yell at you, they'll scream at you, they'll even belittle you a little bit, but guess what? They're just trying to make you a better soldier because at the end of the day, you could be serving next to them in the battlefield and they want to make sure that you're trained. 2 is don't be that battle buddy who gets everybody smoked for just doing dumb stuff. Like, you should care about your other battle buddies to not want to always be the one who's super late all the time or disrespecting the drill sergeants. Just don't be that person. Tip number 3 is don't be that male or female who's out there just like trying to get with all the other people in your platoon. Like, it's not a good look. Like, you're there to make friends and all that stuff. Like, cool, find your battle boo. But like, there were literally people who would go to like every single guy or every single girl. Like, that's just not cute. Number four is to keep your stuff locked because people do steal. And when you do your laundry and training, make sure you're on like a tight schedule because people, I don't know why, but they will steal your bras, they will steal your underwear, they will steal your shirts, socks. Like, it's disgusting, but they will do it. Dude, please do not be that person who be like slipping notes to the drill sergeants trying to be all secretive because 9 times out of 10, like everybody knows it's you that's snitching. Like if something really bad is happening, like of course you should tell someone, but if it's just like little petty drama, just like leave it at home. Like this is basic training for the military. So tip number six, I will say, basic training is hard. I'm not even gonna lie, like not even just physically, but mentally. So if you need help, please ask someone. Ask a drill sergeant, a senior drill sergeant. It doesn't even have to be yours, your chain of command. But if you really need help, like you need to get it. Like you matter. So yeah. My last tip is to do your best and, don't let what anybody else says affect you in your progress because guess what? Everybody said I wasn't going to make it. I had guys in my platoon tell me that I wasn't going to make it and that I was the worst one. But guess what? I still graduated. Guess what? I still know how to shoot my M4. And guess what? I made it through AIT. So don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
Rating different military boots.
So I'm keeping it on me. She says she don't love nobody.
3/10 the default.
She says she just wanna party. She fuck with bosses, boy. Just watch how you be talking.
Tips to get you ready for basic training, part 4. Tip number 1, learn the Army values before you get to basic training. These 7 words right here take you a long way through basic training and AIT. So while you're home, you might as well get to know them and learn them before you get there so you're ahead of the game. Tip number 2, cut out pop and all other sugary drinks before you get to basic. Once you get to basic training, you ain't gonna be drinking nothing but water and you gonna be sweating a lot. So while you're at home, you might as well start drinking a lot of water so your body's used to it. And tip number 3, if you want to break from your drill sergeants, take advantage of them Sunday religious services. You don't even have to be super religious to go to the service. While I was in basic training, I only went to 1 religious service throughout my whole 10 weeks and I regret not going to more. People caught a lot of good naps there, I promise you. But on a real note, the speakers be saying some real motivational things that you might need to hear, so you might as well take advantage of it and see what it do for you.
Going to basic training soon? Here are some quick tips to help you pack. How to make a bed at military basic training.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. Part 2 here. Let's get right into it. So like I was saying, leadership positions, platoon guy, PG, whatever you want to call it, same difference, all right? Do not be afraid to step up and take those leadership roles. I get it. Some of you guys have never had the opportunity, or you may not even want to be in a position to where you're telling people what to do, taking charge. I get it. It can be nerve-wracking. It can be timid. You can be nervous at first, anxiety, all those things. But at the same time, taking those leadership roles now will only make you a better soldier in basic training in AIT. And by the time you get to the big army, you have a little bit of leadership experience there. So you'll be able to stand out in your unit and carry on and be standoutish there as well, okay? So diamonds are made under pressure. Don't be afraid to step up and take a leap of faith and do something out of your comfort zone. Because like I said, it will make you better. It will make you stronger. And will make you a better soldier in the long run. Trust me. Next point. You're going to be walking everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I do mean everywhere. So with that said, let's talk about ruck marching. Hey, you got an old book bag, hey, throw that thing on there, load it up, put some ravioli cans in there, I don't know. Whatever you need to do to add weight to that bag to make it heavy, at least 40 pounds, throw it in there, start walking, because you're going to be rucking anywhere between 4 miles, 8 miles, 12 miles, sometimes even more, okay? And it can be physically draining. You're going to be tired. So get ready for that and prepare accordingly, all right? And last thing, stay motivated, stay determined, and stay positive, okay? I get it. Base training is going to be long. It's physically draining, mentally draining, emotionally draining. But, hey, do not forget, it does not last forever. And you will finish through, and you will be better because of it. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually if you're religious as well, okay? So the fastest way to get out of basic training, simply just graduate, all right? Once you graduate, get ready to go to the next step. Don't look behind you and just keep pushing forward. You guys are going to do fine. You're going to do great. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, any more tips you want to know about, like I said, drop them down below. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Basic. Looking forward to seeing you guys do great things for the Army. And as always, Godspeed, God bless, and you guys have a great day, all right?